Welcome to another episode of the SimNation Podcast. We are here with Fallon.
Hi.
And Orange Jan.
How do I respond to that? I'm Fanta!
I like Orange Fanta.
The guy who knows how to press a record button. Now,
only
because we're not doing this again, we have a lot of news this week.
So much news.
Unlike last week. Sorry, I keep remembering like everything we already said. I am really
This
sorry.
is another time warp episode.
Yes, kind of. Luckily, it's kind of smaller. That's a good thing.
I think we should hire a trained gorilla to press the record button because Pablo is clearly capable.
No. All you need is one of those ducks that just goes up and down, and then it'll just go down on the record. You move it away, you bring it back, and it'll stop. That's all you need.
A little bird, yes.
A little bird. The bird, yep. I'm cold.
Maybe I should write some sort of script that every time all three of us are in a call, it automatically starts recording.
Yeah, so it kind of miss out.
It'll be like, are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Instead of got milk, got record.
Now I have gray on.
Yeah.
So
Anyways.
Great, now I'm cold.
Yeah, we can.
You took your clothes off like, okay.
Like, I'm hot now.
I thought something was going to happen. And you're just, nope. You got warm for like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It's funny to have the same thing. All right, anyway, so yeah,
if
we
you
got
didn't
some,
realize this, Jan and I are in Pablo's basement, and that's why we're so cold.
But don't worry, I feed them once in a while.
Okay.
Two separate cells. Sadly, we're not allowed to interact more than once a week. And we haven't seen each other in person in 20 years.
Yeah, there's separate rooms. Things
Over
happen.
20 years, yeah.
That's a way how to kill a sim, basically. You want to hear
Take it
another
away.
way how to kill a sim?
Put them in the
Sims 4
basement.
pools, which we are going to talk about today. And we also got news from Cities Skylines, which is a public transport system. We'll get right to it after the Sims 4 pools. And
No. We have news about Cities Skylines, and the news is that they showed the public transport system. Cities Skylines is not a public transport system.
Did I say something like that? I am really
Cities
sorry.
Skylines
I'm rushing
is the
through
best public transport system I've ever used
and
in
we
my
will
life.
public transport the podcast into cheese to the moon.
Okay.
If
I
that
like
makes
cheese.
sense, thank you. So
And my hovercraft is full of eels. Carry on.
I'm just
and lastly, of
crazy.
course,
I
we
don't
will
know.
talk about the Sims 4 mods. As always, Fallon's mods. I don't know what to call it. And of course, then just random talk afterwards.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's start with The Sims 4. What's going on? Actually, I have no idea what's going on in The Sims 4, even if I just...
Actually, you know what? I would believe that statement because rarely does Pablo know what's going on with The Sims 4. And I tell him stuff and he's like, what? What? And I tell him again. He's like, what?
When?
Really? And I tell him a third
Which
time. He's
game?
like, no
The
way.
Sims 4.
Anyhow, so last week, they released pools for The Sims, an update, and they had a stream on the official Sims stream on Twitch. Blah blah. I did watch it afterwards because they're usually like, whoa. But anyway, so we have pools now. So that means that you can die by pools. You can get drowned Sim ghosts. They leave puddles behind, and they are hydrophobic. So they're scared to get in the shower. They're scared, or not scared, but they don't like getting in the shower. They're uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable if you put them back in the pool. They die a really gruesome drowning death. Now, your pool has to be big enough. If you make a tiny, weedy little pool and you try to kill them, they're just going to pop out a tombstone. You're not going to actually see them die. You're not going to have the Grim Reaper come.
All right.
So your pool has to be yonder so big so that they're like,
So they can
save
do all
me,
the
and
animations.
they're like, it's so they're drowning.
But by the way,
in a
since I'm watching the trailer again, I like to say again that I really like the tools, the ways you can put a pool and then put windows on it and put it on the third floor if that's your thing, or diagonal, what have you.
Yeah, the building tools are a little bit nicer. There's triangular shaped now, which we didn't have before. I didn't say in the past. And like Pablo said, you can build rooftop pools or pools on whatever other story, and then you'll have the wall there so you can put windows, and then you can see through the pool. There's
Which is a
different
little
pool-
bit creepy.
It's creepy, but actually the Sims just swim on the top. They don't like do special diving underwater motions unless you want to watch them drown. And there's no diving boards or anything. You've got ladders. You've got the flat pool lights you can stick on the ground. You've got the round pool lights you can stick inside. The more bare bulb industrial lights. The round lights change color too, so you can pick like you want them to be blue or purple or whatever. And there's tile mosaics you can place on the bottom. You can overlap them, which I did do in my game. I made a pool, and so they kind of form like little weird patterns and stuff. And there's corresponding pool wallpaper and pool floor tiles that you can use in or out. That was not a very good smile. In or out of your pool, you can use them in your house like regular wallpaper and stuff. Interactions. I'm trying to remember what I said. I mean, I know like what to talk about, but what did I say in the past? Who knows? You don't know. I know. It's a secret. Your Sims can sit on the side of the pool. They can bring their juice to the side of the
that's
pool.
A thing.
They can talk to each other, sitting next to each other. They can talk to the Sims in the pool. Sims in the pool can talk to each other.
No pool wars. What's going on?
They can piss in the pool.
They can pee in the pool, and it gives the person who peed a moodlet that they're relieved or whatever. They're actually happy that they peed in the pool. The other Sims get like the I'm warm because you peed in the pool and the pool water is warm now. It's gross. You can
I love that the 1.5 liter, which is the maximum you put out of your bladder, that's enough to make the pool warm.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably pee a bunch of times in that, or have a bunch of Sims get in the pool that need to pee and pee.
Yeah, but then it would make sense.
It's a coordinated attack. I think we need more.
It's like what?
That's why you want the barn nearby.
It's special dragon pee. It's like the biggest pee ever. Crap, what was I gonna say? Oh, if you're in a mood, you can swim angry, you can swim sad, you can swim playfully, although they're just slightly different.
If there was a depressed mood, they could try to drown themselves. That would be fun.
Oh, suicide
well,
is
there's a sad mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no suicide. There is a sad mood
Maybe
though.
it wouldn't be okay.
Really
Would it be
sad.
okay?
You can like
be able to suicide. You suicide them, but you can't really have them suicide.
Well, that's called homicide. You're killing,
Yeah,
you're murdering them.
Yeah, because you're kind of suiciding them because who is killed by not eating, But so you kind of suicide them.
In real life, I probably could jump over that stupid fence around that pool.
Yeah.
Was there a couple more things? Oh, so if you watch the stream, basically a lot of people had some really good suggestions, and the gurus are like, oh, that's a really good idea. We didn't think about it. Just different interactions.
That's what EA does not consult people beforehand they do anything, because no, it must all be a secret.
Yes.
Yeah. All secret until the day we die.
Oh, that's another thing that I'm forgetting now, but I like to highlight again. That you mentioned the thread on the SimNation forums about pools and the beautiful pictures there.
They're really nice.
And Jesus Sims.
Walking on water.
Yeah, there's Jesus Sim is right here. She's actually just talking and walking. And but I really like the pictures. They're pretty
yeah,
nice.
But it'd be even funnier
though. Go over to the
if
forums and put your pictures
the next second she dropped it into the pool.
Yeah.
So pools is good. Build them and have fun with them if you like pools. You get swimsuits now. You got hats and shoes and suntan lotion, makeup and stuff like that. The swimsuits are I want more swimsuits. Oh, you know what? Oh, I noticed though.
The swimsuit looks weird actually. But
They did. I don't hardly ever go into their Sims clothes once I pick them from the beginning, but they added more stuff, like regular stuff too. Like they added more earrings and stuff. and I swear they added more shoes too. That's a girl thing, noticing shoes. But yeah, so I was like, wow, I don't remember this earrings here before. So it's cool. Got some more earrings you can pick from. But okay, so the other update is that through tricky means, no, just through blabbermouths, the careers. So the last update we're getting this year that's free is December. The careers are coming out, which, as I've said, in alternate realities, are not related to the surveys that have to do with expansions and giving you extra careers and stuff. The two careers that are coming out that are planned for December update are the business career and the management career. And I totally closed the page now. But the business career, you can be... I'm sorry, business and athletic career. I don't know what I said. Yeah. Business career, you can be manager or investor. Athletic career, you can be a bodybuilder or a professional athlete.
Who remembers?
My head's big for some reason.
I even forget my own name, Pablo. Okay, yeah, go on.
That's because, yeah. You have two names. My head's big for a reason. But yeah, so... we don't really have any more info on that because they're just so damn secretive. They're probably going to have a freaking Twitch stream or some shite like that when the game comes out, and then we'll know blah blah blah. And it's fine because there's still no technical rabbit hole buildings for the Sims to go to, so we'll have to find out what the, aside from them going off screen, we'll have to find out what the new rewards are for the careers, if they're anything good or worth it.
Yeah.
I'm imagining, like, athletic career, you're going to get, like, a super punching bag or something.
Yeah, I guess more, athletic items.
A super workout machine
that
or
would kind
something.
of make sense. So, yeah.
Business career,
Jan,
I don't know what
Jan is in the funny position.
Look at him, he's frozen like it's oh, God, should I screenshot
He's
this?
suiciding with a pen.
No, to me,
No, what
he's like this.
Yeah, like I have to do the other way, like.
It's in his. I don't think it's in his hand. No, it's the back of his jacket. It's not in his hand.
No,
it can't
that's his microphone, actually.
Yeah,
you kind of look like a turtle.
But
now it will never unfreeze.
Was it that thing about your webcam that did that thing?
Yeah, that's the thing. I have to restart it.
It just looks so funny.
Do you need to restart your computer?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever. You should just get stuck like that.
I should just get stuck like this forever.
Does that mean we have to pause the podcast?
We'll see, because you kind of get split in two.
Oh God, no! I don't want to get split.
Not entirely, but not right now, at least. Is he resetting the webcam?
Yeah, I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Okay.
He's gonna. No, my face is gonna get all like Picasso.
Oh, we'll stop the podcast. We'll let you go in half first. There we go. You're in half.
Thanks. I hate you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I need to pause it because it looks funny.
Blah blah.
A cut in half Dracula.
I want to drink your Pepsi. Blah.
No, an Italian half cut Dracula.
Italian.
Yeah, I don't know what you say.
It's Transylvanian. I want to drink your Pepsi. Blah. It's Transylvanian.
Yeah, it feels like you're threatening me in Italian.
Oh, I thought Italians were like, bippity boppity, it's me, Mario.
Stereotyping only in SimNation.
Good thing that shit's not on the recording.
Yeah, that thing. I'm gonna pause now.
No!
Alright. I'm glad to see. There's a
do they have a lemon filling, or do they taste of lemon?
Well, it's kind of, this top is like a shortbread kind of sugar kind, and then there's like a glaze on the bottom.
Mm.
Nice.
So good.
I also have these, but these aren't Girl Scout cookies.
Cheez-Its.
I need a big old box of cheese. It's funny. The back is like so stupid. It's backwards, anyways. You can't see it, but it's like all the different kinds of cheese.
Baby Swiss.
Baby Swiss, cheddar jack,
Oh, and they're dressed. So
Yeah.
funny.
original, Kobe, hot and spicy, white cheddar,
That is kind of original.
mozzarella, big.
Big.
Italian
That-
4 cheese.
Italian 4 cheese, because that's not mozzarella and a few other cheeses.
Yeah, it should be like a mixture of the other 4 characters.
Well, they're like, if they're Cheez-Its, so like, what the hell is big cheese flavor? I don't know what big cheese flavor is.
Apparently, yeah. Who can know?
It's funny
And
though,
I've got-
because white cheddar I have says is totally mature, and then scratched out, he took my pen. Took my favorite pen.
It's basically lies. Oh, I was hoping this was chocolate filled.
What is it?
A croissant.
Oh.
Croissant. Like a donut? Because, chocolate filled. No.
No,
I
it
was
sounds
really-
like it. Right. Shall we carry on?
It's like a media luna in Argentina.
Pablo has to edit
Yes.
this podcast, or else I'll be called racist again.
Don't worry, I won't. So, I'm ready.
You better. You better. You won't got none of my lemonades. You know the bad thing is there's only like they only put like 14 cookies in this damn 16 cookies in this damn.
Fox.
2 cookies is not a serving size. You want us to actually I don't think you can ship food overseas. I think you get I think it gets taken by customs.
No, yeah,
No.
you kind of can. Depending what
You
it
can
is.
ship some foods.
Yeah.
Some foods.
So, like some cookies and chocolates will make it.
I know
But
I
not
took
Kinder Surprise.
Not fruit.
I know I took graham crackers with me to England because they don't have s'mores over there, so I had to make them s'mores. I'm spreading the word of s'mores, Pablo. The whole country will have s'mores.
It's like taking
Eventually.
frogs to Australia. All right.
No, it isn't. Okay, continue.
Yeah. Okay. No. Let's continue and
Yeah, we got
can
through
do
the-
Cities Skylines because
Yeah, we got through the Sim stuff.
All right.
I'm gonna go play Dragon Age now. No, I'll be like, oh, I died. Shit.
She's talking about bosses.
The bus hit me in the game and killed my simulated sim.
All right. Let's see. All right. We're back.
Cities
in
Skylines.
3, 2, 1. And we are back with Jan here again. He's eating
It's
pizza.
not frozen. City Skylines,
have-
simulating your Sims better than the Sims.
Basically, yes.
Basically, yeah.
Uh,
City Skylines stuff because there's a new dev diary that came out totally yesterday.
Tuesday. No, it came out Tuesday.
Like a week ago. Because they like to release it
Because
after
that's
the,
what
the
they do.
podcast.
They come out the day after
Oh no,
we
you're
record.
sound.
Yeah. That's okay, that's what? Where's Shane?
Oh, I guess I don't need to hear. Jan cut out, and I couldn't hear.
Oh,
but
it was
either of
fine
you
for me.
two. Okay.
Oh,
I
he cut
still-
it for me too. Say something.
This
Yeah.
is-
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he was fucking with you. I know. But yes, okay. Yeah, devs, if you want to like send us something so we can talk about it on the podcast or whenever you publish it, we can be on the same page. That'll be amazing. It doesn't come out until Tuesday. So
If you want to send us a dev diary, you can send me a dev diary on Monday. And
Yeah.
since this comes out on Tuesday, your dev diary will be out anyways by the time this comes out, and we'll be on time. Please
Yes.
listen to us. We love you.
So we don't talk a week behind. Yeah, but you guys rock.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we had public transport last week, as we said on Tuesday. All the news comes out after we record, anyways. Apparently.
We
So
picked a
I'm not
great
so
day.
Hey, you picked a great day. I wasn't here for the picking.
I was off on this day. We can make it on Thursday
Yes.
if you want.
those are the 2 days we can.
But
So
yeah,
what's up?
We had public transport. So you have inner city and intercity transport. Inner city are bus, metro, and train, and intercity are train, planes, and ships. The trains and ships are also come in two varieties, so passenger and cargo.
Self camera.
And why am I frozen?
The stupid cookies.
Somebody's
Okay, there we
frozen
go.
again.
Oh God!
At
Nope.
least your mouth is open, so keep talking.
We're just not redoing this again. Basically, yeah. I'll just be lovingly frozen. You can imagine my mouth moving.
It's better
imagine
than,
that.
Make an animation.
better than the.
Yeah, it is better. But yeah, we're gonna carry on.
We did our best.
Most horrible technologically broken podcast.
It's wonderful.
Ever.
Anyways,
In
please
place of
continue,
Jan's
Jan.
head, we will just feature Girl Scout cookies.
Yes.
Lemonade.
Basically, we do have pictures for this, so it's fine.
Yes,
Savory slices of shortbread with a refreshingly
Cities Skylines,
tight
girl.
lemon flavored icing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say before we actually get into anything, I don't like the buildings for these things.
Yeah, they're not.
I basically don't like
size.
any of them except the bus depot. The bus depot is okay. The rest are way too small, and I would love to see them modular so you can kind of build your own. That would kind of be really, really nice.
That'd be beautiful
so
indeed, because
that
yeah,
you can
the
kind of
port is
fit your harbor. Maybe make a narrow harbor that's longer, or a short one that goes far inland. And the same kind of with the planes. The planes look ridiculous right now because they look bigger than the
airport.
terminal building.
Yeah.
Granted, this is supposedly, I'm guessing, the new Airbus, which is the A380, which is huge. But I've seen one of those in person, and trust me, they're not bigger than the terminal.
The terminal, yeah. I'm just crossing fingers. This is just alpha, and they were like, you know what, just plopping something so it looks like an airport.
I
but-
hope so too. Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of comments. There's 7 pages of comments or something like that on the Dev Diary now,
Yes.
and most of them are, please make modular buildings. Please make modular buildings. Like we had modular buildings. We had modular buildings like Anno 2070 had modular buildings, and I think didn't Cities Excel have modular ports?
Wow.
I think so. And then you could also get mods for SimCity 4 that you could build kind of a modular port / harbor thing and airports and stuff like that. So I'm hoping it's more like that. And I'm hoping that the subways don't take up that much space.
Oh, the little
entrances
bus.
to the subways.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's quite huge. I hope they fit into the sidewalk,
That'd be
because they did that
beautiful.
in Cities in Motion. In Cities in Motion, they just fit into the sidewalk. So I'm hoping they do it like that. But yeah, I'm basically going to go through the thingies. The first one is the bus transport. I'm going to go in the Dev Diary order. The buses are sort of similar to how they did them in Cities in Motions, which basically you have a bus depot. And you have bus stops. So you place bus stops and then connect them up into a line. You can't go to the bus depot and buy, let's say, 8 buses and say, go to line 1. But you do have a slider in your financial screen, which the more money you give to the bus system, the more buses appear on the line. So maybe they changed that a bit, but I don't think so. It's a decent system. So yeah, I'm hoping they change the bus, because I don't like it.
Yeah, that thing that I said before, it was that it may be really hard to know how much, like, say, $1,000 or whatever the currency is worth in amount of like buses. Like, is 1,000 enough for my city or not? So if they do it that way, that it's fine, but they need to provide the right feedback for how much is this really worth, or how much does this mean? Like 10 buses, is it too much or too little? And are you showing me the 10 buses, or do I have to look at my city for a while and see if it's working? So as long as there is a good feedback, it's okay.
I would love to be some sort of a recommended funding, so that it sort of goes, hey,
you're above or below.
You spend this much, and then you decide based on that, because that would kind of make sense. From
looking at the stream they did, it looked like most of that stuff you don't find out until you got like the emoticon over whatever the thing is. Like, it's good or it's Or just
On
like
the building.
buildings.
Oh.
They have like the sad faces or the sick faces or the happy faces. So maybe that's just like
I hope it's not that way. The way you have
it's
to
a
find
sad
out.
face, and click on it, and then it'll tell you there are not
Waiting
enough
for
buses for your
faces.
city.
Well,
Your people.
I
your
don't
people
know.
are-
Maybe. Well, those things kind of make sense, but you do have your different map modes and map overlays that tell you these things. So that's good. And you have the weird chirper / Twitter thing, which is weird.
chirper thing that is floating in the mail.
Yeah. But yeah, the bus stops we did see, they kind of make an indent in the sidewalk, which is really nice, so that other cars can bypass the bus, so it doesn't block
We have those.
the entire street when it stops.
Give me
The
my
other-
cookies.
The other inner city one, that's purely inner city one, is the metro.
Metro.
It's quite expensive. It's basically an underground. It's incredibly expensive to build and quite high cost to maintain.
Makes sense.
But you get some sort of a cookies. You get some sort of an underground view, which allows you to connect up the stops. You need to build stops again, and then you build underground tracks in between them. Or you build the tracks first and then put the stops on top, however you wish. Although this way might be slightly harder. But I'm guessing there's as well some sort of a funding system where trains magically appear on it. Probably.
Works is probably that some way, yeah.
It's I don't know. Looking at the pictures, it doesn't really say. It does tell you how many people do drive on it. There is a map overlay kind of thing, which tells you how many citizens and tourists drive on each thing, on each public transport thing. So
On each thing.
and then if you are a bit more adventurous, you can also build trains inner city, but those also go intercity. So you can build trains that, for example, connect two parts of your cities, or you can connect them to the outer world. And you have passenger and cargo trains. So those are separated and they look different. The train station is actually another building that's semi-okay looking.
Yeah, that's kind of okay.
Might be still a little bit small, but it's okay-ish. But yeah, you can use it to transport things intercity. For example, one part of industry could be in one side of town, and you can transport the goods via the train to the industry that needs it, or the other way around. And you can also sell stuff that way by connecting the railway up to the edge of your region. I guess
Is
we're
the
calling
train
them regions.
bigger than the train station?
No, it isn't.
No,
But the next
it's
one is
quite
the
okay.
ships are.
Yeah,
The ships are bigger than their terminals. So again, you have two varieties, passenger, cargo, which makes sense.
You had one person doing the size for the ships and the planes, and one person doing the docking area for them, and they just never saw each other. They were in the basement with the wall.
It's interesting because the vehicle size compared to the rest of the city size is an okay size, but then the buildings they go to are way smaller for no reason.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's just a temporary kind of placeholder.
Yeah.
The ships are the biggest vehicles you can have for transport. So nothing transports more people or cargo. But
sense.
I'm guessing the airport kind of comes close with the big planes. But I mean,
You would have to see what the benefit of having an airport is, over.
Yeah, I'm guessing the airport and the ocean liner bring in more tourists, while the others bring in more workers. I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm
I
not
think
really
trains
sure.
can bring in a lot of people, though. Trains are usually pretty.
They do bring in tourists, but I don't think it's the same amount.
Yeah, maybe that's what
Plus-
they play with. So you go,
plus-
so you have a reason why to build something or something else.
Yeah, plus, as I said, you can build cities, like you can build trains that are just in your city that go around. And a really nice system for that is you can build like elevated tracks that go around your
True.
city with a train, which I find really interesting because I've always loved the idea of a city with an elevated track. I mean, one that looks decent. Like,
What's an
Yeah.
elevated track?
Well, it just
well, it's like on a constant bridge.
Oh, why? Why?
I don't know. Ask New York. They have a bunch of them, and every other American city that has a metro.
We have a metro, and we don't have those. We have a light rail, and the subway, and buses.
Yeah, well, Berlin has the.
Cities Skylines.
In my opinion, the Berlin one has the best looking elevated tracks. But yeah, basically that was it. What we had for public transport. They did mention that like it makes sense that trains can transport more than buses, and metro can transport more than buses, and everything can transport more than buses, and then the ships are the biggest transporters, and then the planes, and then the trains.
Yeah, I really like this. It's looking good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking nice. We'll see how they complete out these buildings. As I said, I would love to have modular buildings for harbors and the other thing.
Definitely, I would love to see that each building has a purpose. So it's not a matter of this gets me more people, this gets me more people, this gets me even more people, right? And because technically, I mean, like people do commute to other cities using trains and planes, but not boats, right? And stuff like that.
Well, they do, I guess. I mean, if you have big ocean liners coming in, like, the Caribbean cruises and stuff like that, then yes, they do come around. They do go to port. So that one makes... I mean, they make sense to have these as intercity. But then you have the inner city ones. Like, I'm guessing if you have a good public transport network, you won't have so many vehicles on streets, which makes sense because more people will use it. And especially if, it's well connected and well...
Yeah.
Established. Like you could have a bus network that feeds a rail network that then connects to a completely separate kind of industrial area where they could go off the train and onto the bus to their workplace.
I was
which
on
was
a ferry.
one of the things.
If you're on, I was on a ferry, and that because you couldn't get to the other part of it was like an island. You had to get to it by boat.
Yeah, we don't really have those. You don't have inner city boats.
You need to make a ferry transport.
They tried doing them in Cities in Motion, but it wasn't the best. So I'm guessing they just kind of abandoned. I mean, I'm guessing they eventually might expand on this by adding trams.
Yeah, there's so much you can really put to launch.
Maybe trolley buses and stuff like that. And a lot of these things will be moddable as well. So, modders can add their own public transport system. So.
Trolleys.
We'll see. It could be a small $5 expansion at some point where they add more public transport options, which is something that would fit the bill of Paradox and Colossal. So we'll see.
Not like a Sims 4 transportation expansion.
That'd be so
$40.
depressing. More loading screens than ever.
It would be like a mini game
Trust
where you
me,
could
your
drive
sim
around
is being transported somewhere, and like this expansion pack
What
sucks.
what if they did something in The Sims where it was a game and you had to drive your sim, and like if you crashed and your car blew up?
Yeah,
and
maybe
your
on the
sim died?
Sims 3 as much.
Your sim died. Sim Susie died on the way to work today.
Suicide them.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, what else in the dev diary? Anything else, or that was it?
That was it. We just had the public transport, and that was it. I'm guessing this week there isn't going to be one, but next week there will. They seem to come out every 2 weeks, so.
Right. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Yeah. It is
I'll even
weeks.
play if you send us copies.
She's trying to get.
Hey, no, I watched. I can totally work that plumbing system. That shit, they had it all jig-jagged and everything. I was like, I can do that. I can jig-jag my water pipes. No problem. Jig-jag.
But yeah, if you want to send us free review copies, we
we won't be against it. We can review it. Let's play. Yeah, we can do a lot of it. Just saying.
So, is it different? Okay, because like for me, SimCities is all about natural disasters coming and wrecking the crap out of my town.
It's not all about that.
So there's no natural disasters, so nothing bad's gonna happen to my town. Like a tornado's not gonna come
I
and
think
like
that's
kill
the
everyone.
minor part of the game, but I don't know. Are there disasters?
I mean, bad things might. I don't think there are disasters, but bad things might happen. Like
But that
there
can be
might be
an
an
expansion
epidemic
pack or
and kill
something.
half your Sims, or there might be a huge fire that burns down half your city and stuff like that. So that's definitely in the game.
Well, I mean, yeah, you do have fires because you have fire
There's
stations.
crime and fire.
Maybe you don't have Godzilla, but
Monsoon, a tornado. Like freaking, I played.
They're going more realistic with their
yeah,
things
no,
than
that's totally okay.
magical UFOs.
Magical. I played Tropico, right? I love Tropico, and that was mostly you had like hurricanes or
Yeah, there are earthquakes in that one, and volcanoes and tornadoes.
I don't think
I
anything
guess
bad ever
SimCity
happened
because
to
they
me.
were, Will Wright was so geeky and so into like aliens and space and so on that those stuff had to be in. But not necessarily like, I mean, I don't really need disasters.
My
to
whole
play the game.
town was just
Or destroy.
abducted by aliens.
No, I don't. Disasters aren't really.
Yeah.
I mean, they can be interesting,
You
but
need
it's not a
bad
main
stuff
point of the game.
happen, or you just make a beautiful city and it'll just grow and be wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, you will have the issues of a city, just not the
Godzilla to
natural
come in and
disasters.
step on everyone.
Natural or unnatural, supernatural. Sorry, disasters. But I mean, you have enough problems with the city itself. So,
The Godzilla expansion.
Wow.
Godzilla
That's a
versus
cat, but okay. Oh well.
Mothra? Oh, go ahead.
So that was it for Cities Skylines, at least this week.
Yeah, that seems weird. I mean, they didn't really say anything else. There was no other information revealed anywhere that I could see it, so that was it.
Okay, well, no, that was cool. If you want to know more, I mean, you got their forums where they post everything. But if you're following SimNation on Twitter, at SimNation TV, you're definitely going to get all those news delivered your way.
I have to make faces to make up for because Jan's not here.
Yeah. Thank you for doing that, Fallon. So, yeah.
Just another reason to be creeped out.
How about we move on to
Basically, yeah.
the next part, which is The Sims 4 mods by Fallon. And we have 5 mods and no pictures. So this week's...
Oh yeah, there's no pictures because Pablo just blew up his whole computer system.
No, it's the servers. Not even Jan can load them. Okay, no, but actually I could load them.
Try now because I reloaded one.
Yeah,
and it worked.
I was able to load 4 out of 5. So that's
okay.
modthesims.info. It's kind of not working well right now, so But yes, go ahead and take it.
It's all from my traffic.
What do we have?
Before I even say, there was one mod. I swear I saw this, and it disappeared. And someone tell me where it is. It was. It was. I don't know if it was control your Sims while they're at work, but it was basically it took the thing off so you could see their needs while they were at work.
Thank
and
you.
I don't know
Okay,
where
that's
that
a
went.
mod. That is a mod. That is a mod, and that it should be delivered as mod and used as a mod. Not.
I can't find it anymore. I don't know where I found it. I'm so
It doesn't change the
upset.
balance. It just lets you see that thing that, oh my god, you should be able to see.
Yeah. So as a temporary, but no. So I want to find that someone posts where if maybe they took it down. I don't know, but it was basically while your Sims at work, you could see what their needs and stuff were. Anyhow, so. Okay, I tried to really avoid. Okay, if you go to the the Sims website, you'll know. And I'm really trying to avoid these mods because they're all the extra Sim traits that they added, like to the game where you pick your Sim and you pick your original 3 traits. They added all these extra traits to them.
Right.
But I'm trying to avoid those because there's literally like 10 of them. And it's like the same person's making like 10 different traits. So I'm avoiding those. The first one is, there's 2 different ones, or at least on the Mod the Sims site. So you pick whichever one looks nicer to you. It's the Sims 4 Mod Manager. Basically, if you have a hard time, no. Okay. The thing I told you about. I can't talk right now. Anyhow. So the mod manager. So basically, like, if sometimes it can be kind of difficult to separate where your mods are, especially if you have to keep taking them in and out for various reasons, like me and my legacy challenge. She like really picks the worst freaking times to ask me questions.
Yes.
Sorry. We had to take up time anyways. No. So anyways, the mod manager. Sorry. Send me donations to Fallon and I will move into my own place and you'll never have interruptions.
You can have uninterrupted mod reuse.
Yeah. So there's two ones. There's one that's more simpler than this one, but this one, it kind of like makes a little separate folder where then it, you can kind of like organize your mods and then you can easily like check them or uncheck them if you don't want them in your game.
Nice.
And this one you can kind of make like subfolders. So if you want ones, like, because mods sometimes when you download them, they really kind of, their names just, I don't know. They don't always make sense. So you can be like, okay, well, I'm going to make a subfolder that says, these are all my hair mods. These are all my gameplay mods. These are all my clothes mods or whatever.
Yeah.
And then...
Especially good if you need to uncheck a set of them.
Yeah. So it's just
is there a button
helpful...
to uncheck a whole category or you have to manually click all of them? I mean, you clearly have them separated, so that's a good thing. It makes it easier, but...
Yeah, well, separately because the categories are made via folder on your computer. Like they're not made in the manager themselves.
Oh, okay.
So you have to. So it's just like a visual for you to see these are separated.
It's a visual, but it won't do it for you. Okay.
Yeah, but or the other one where it's just like a whole big list. But yeah, it's just to help you like
At least you can separate them visually.
Yeah, what your mods are, and then that way you're not like looking through your whole Sims mod folder trying to find them like that every time. It's organization.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting stuffy again. It's like never ending. So the next one is to have multiple best friends.
And this one is broken on the website, but here it is.
Broken for Pablo.
For everybody.
The Sims. Yeah, The Sims only lets you have one best friend, and because there's an aspiration to have 5 best friends or whatever, it's so borked. You have to become best friends with someone and then get them to hate you. If they die, they're your best friend forever. It's just borked. So basically the mod just lets you have more than one best friend at once. There's apparently some little internal check mark that says you can have this many best friends, and they uncheck it.
Nice.
So now you don't have to go through that whole oh lovely, I picked this stupid aspiration that I'll never be able to complete unless I cheat. Well, this is a cheat, but not a cheat, but whatever. You should be able to have, in real life, you can have more than one best friend, okay?
Until everybody becomes best friend, and technically they're just friends again.
Yeah. Then you're all just the same. You've all just went back down on my level. No.
All right, cool. What's next?
Yeah. The next one is the relationship decay mod. So if you didn't feel like cheating the aspiration to have your friends not decay, because then some people don't want to have to go through if you didn't want to go through the hassle of getting that aspiration and keep cheating all the levels, this one you just put it in your game. So there's 2 different versions. The one version is it just doesn't decay at all, and the other version is you set it up to a number. So
right.
That way
using
it will still decay. Yeah, using the cheat console. That way it'll still decay, but you could say okay, I only want you to decay 30%. Instead of the 1000% that it decays normally. A lot of stuff in the game is set really high. They really just don't like us.
No,
they want us to
really
work,
want you to work
for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
again, that's why your Sims would come over your house so much, and actually stalker level come over your house, because they're not going to be your friend for much more than 5 minutes. They're gonna hate you right back again. Yeah, so this one's good. I personally, in my Fallon game, I just cheated and gave myself the aspiration so I wouldn't have to worry about it. My friend's decaying because literally I don't want my sister coming over my house every single day of my life. It was annoying.
There's no mod to change that yet, huh? That'll be handy.
I think there is, but we've got so many.
Yeah, we got time to. Yeah, but by the way, I find it like just fine to have them come over. Because who they're coming over to my house is basically the rest of the house that I left behind. So I feel like we're all together again in the new house. So it's pretty cool.
You kick them all out.
I don't have to call them; they just come. It's pretty awesome. So yeah.
Oh, and it was on a side note with the neighbors. So you know that doors have two ways you can place them, right?
Yes.
So the reason why Sims go in your house and then knock on your door is because you've turned the door around the wrong way.
Okay, what is the right way, Fallon?
You have to have the arrows pointing outward.
Oh, outward? I thought it was. I always make it inward.
So that's
you open inward into.
Well, yeah, aesthetically, if you like the door to open a certain way, yes, you would turn them around. But for your front...
I don't think that depending the way the door opens, people should go into your house to knock the door. So wait, are they fixing it or something?
I think, it's just, it only really matters for the doors that lead into your house, not like doors between rooms.
Can't they just detect what's the outer of the house? That's a pretty
they're using the door though. They're not, because you could have a house because the doors you can use, because there's no like front door. You could have a door for anything.
Yeah.
So the door would be either for
outside or inside.
The Sims don't know. The Sims don't know.
There's no roof, it's outside.
They know only by the way the door is going. So just turn your door around. You might not like the way it opens, but turn your door around, and they won't come inside your house to knock on your door anymore.
Maxis. Yes, please move on.
And then, the next mod is this is for letting your fridge put in other kinds of harvest items.
Garbage fruit.
Yeah, you can put in like plants and stuff now that you harvest. There's a list. I'm not sure what unidentified fruit objects are, but you can. So before there was like certain things that you couldn't put in the fridge, and so they changed it. So you can put in things like death flowers and daisies and orchids and trash fruit. And I still don't know what the unidentified fruit object is, but you can put that in there.
What use would you find for it? Maybe to get things out of your inventory?
Sims inventory, yeah.
Yeah, just to clear. I guess it kind of makes sense for that. I don't know.
Like, I mean, sometimes, like, I know for my sim, when I was trying to breed frogs, it was just full of frogs.
It'd be funny if you would be like eating and frogs coming out of you, like pouring out all the time. Like
nice.
Your frogs, yeah, they're with me. Yeah.
Or they just pour it out of your fridge. If you could put frogs in the fridge,
they're trained. Just don't lick them. Yeah,
that would be good. But yeah, so it just sometimes you get a lot of stuff, and yeah, you couldn't put the flowers and stuff anywhere. They were just like basically stuck in your inventory the whole time.
What are they to gift them?
What?
Can you make a flower bouquet or something?
I don't think you could. I think they were just for the collectibles. You know, you get everything of every type of flower. Okay. Yeah, because I was like, I'm gonna stop growing flowers. This is BS.
It's to sell my
yeah.
Well.
So and then the last one is not on Mod The Sims, but it's the I told Pablo about last time because he was complaining. It's the handyman NPC. So it adds the service in your phone that you can call a handyman guy to come and fix your stuff if you really desperately don't want to have to get the handiness skill yourself. You can relive those glorious days of old where you would hire the repairman and he'll come and fix stuff that's broken in your house.
That is good. That is useful. That was needed. This is hard to install though, right? You need to download the sim separately and then install the mod. Right.
Well, there's two files you have to download.
Right.
There's the one file, the handyman NPC, and if you choose to download just him, it's another file. And there's also, they pair it with the maid, although they already give you a maid in the game.
Right.
So
okay, but that way, so you have to download the NPC basically, put it in the game, and then also the mod that enables to call the guy that comes to repair.
yeah, it's a mod for the phone itself, and then the actual person.
I
Which
do
isn't
like the
that
price
bad.
tag. I mean, it's well balanced. I believe 150.
Yeah, I mean, and stuff like, it's much, depending on what furniture you've bought, it can be much cheaper than, I would never just buy a new thing. I would just repair it.
Yeah, I mean, the fridge broke. You can just buy a new one, or repair by yourself. Like, no, that sounds dangerous. Why would I possibly want to repair a fridge by myself?
I was speeding through my, I actually did. I started the room challenge. It's actually, well, watching it though was kind of boring. But I started the room challenge and my Sims computer broke. She got the blue screen of death. And I fixed it, but I was speeding through it that I missed the part where she actually got electrocuted.
Ah,
It said she was dazed, and I put her to bed so she would become undazed.
she wouldn't die out of it.
Yeah.
All right,
My
well,
house, though, is
that was it,
super...
right? For the mods?
Yeah, that's it for the mods.
Just
Blah.
wanted to give it a closure.
My house is super cute, though, in the room challenge. It's just a tiny little, bachelorette pad. But the gameplay, though, is super boring. You can't leave your house, so, I mean,
Yeah,
really.
I figure. All right,
You
well,
can't
we still
talk
have,
to anyone.
Yeah, we have still 10 minutes. So, hey Jan, how are you?
10?
How's the math problems you're solving?
I'm not solving math problems. I'm scrolling through 9gag.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Way more productive.
If you played your Sims game, Jan, you could
You
give
haven't
us
tried it yet, have you?
comments.
No.
That's funny.
I swear to, I'm gonna beat you. Make yourself or make somebody and do it. We still have, okay, so I know there hasn't been any participation yet in the room chat.
Maybe it was too difficult because you have to have a magazine or find it and then.
Well, no, there's an online website. You can go to Country Living website and it'll show you pictures.
Maybe it should be something that people don't need to work for because people are lazy. So something like, hey, okay, you can, I don't know.
Maybe we should change it. You're the one that wanted. Maybe we should change it from a bedroom. I did make one, although for some reason when I took the picture, it didn't include the lights. So I was going to go back in. It still looks kind of plain.
Oh.
And these rooms, they make up so fabulously. People don't make their rooms like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like our doing it. We should bring George over to talk about it.
You could.
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't know
don't pick
if he
a
has
room.
webcam. But hey, Jan
has a-
doesn't, so I don't know.
Jan's webcam is on strike at the moment.
Yes. We want more
it is on
cookies. We
strike.
were promised.
Yes, I'm the only one allowed to eat these cookies.
But I think maybe I can fit. So
Girl Scout cookies. Because we like our little girls and boys, well, Girl Scouts, we like our little girls to hustle cookies for us.
Yeah, and you like your Boy Scouts to burn your flags.
Ooh, I'll prefer the cookies.
That is
also
actually
they
what
sell-
they do. Because by American law, if a flag has to be in crisp shape, if it's slightly torn or just a little bit weathered, the proper way to dispose of it is to burn it.
Yeah, or if it touches the
That-
ground,
That's what Boy Scouts do.
not allowed to
Interesting.
touch the ground
but-
either.
But aren't you? Isn't it
They learn
illegal to
survival.
burn the U.S. flag?
It's illegal to burn a mint US flag, but the Boy Scouts can't. It's weird.
Boy Scouts learn survival and burning stuff. I was never a Girl Scout. Girl Scouts learn different stuff than Boy Scouts do. They learn how to sell, market,
Well, if you're
advertise.
gonna learn how to survive, if you're a girl, it's totally different.
Yes, completely another.
They're like, okay, here's a cell phone. Call that.
Look
Like,
cute
come on.
and peddle these
sell shit.
cookies. Yeah.
And sell. Yeah,
Well, they
it's
have
a
to
whole-
train you.
wilderness.
It's a whole business. Like maybe there's like $1 million business going on there on cookies.
If you're ever lost in the woods with a box of cookies, use your sense of smell to smell old ladies who will buy them off you.
Hey, I'm not old. I bought them. They're only $4 a box.
Only.
Although you only get like 14 or 16 cookies, so it's a really small amount of cookies. They
What
have
about
to
that?
train you because in school you're required to sell even more stuff for fundraisers like pizza or cookies again or chocolate bars. Or I used to love those. We had these things called Joe Corby's dessert pizzas. They were so good. They stopped selling them.
So Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts have come down to selling things.
I don't
Yeah,
think
more
Boy
or
Scouts
less.
sell stuff, do they?
Oh, just the girls?
I mean, Girl Scout cookies. I've never heard of Boy Scout cookies.
Oh,
No.
that is true. Wait,
I think
hold on.
the Boy Scouts are just, at this point, they burn flags and they are used to entice people to become Republicans.
What do the Boy Scouts sell? I'm Googling it.
The
Maybe
Republicanism.
they just don't sell. They burn.
They sell
things.
popcorn.
Really.
Really?
They sell popcorn, trail mix, and pretzels.
That's their special power. They sell popcorn.
That's the special power.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
they
that's why
can't
don't
win.
get anywhere.
You can't win against cookies.
Yeah.
This Girl Scout cookie sold so many different varieties. You can't win.
Also, the thing is, when the Girl Scout comes to your door, knocking on your door, going, "Buy our cookies," but if you say no, you turn out like you're the meanest bloody
Yeah.
person under the sun.
That's
You should
how
just
it works.
hide. now.
How could you refuse this little girl? You know,
The easy way to refuse somebody who's selling treats, I'm sorry, I'm diabetic. There you
oh,
go.
they have diabetic cookies.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
We have sugar-free stuff.
I'm pretty sure they
I
do.
can't eat.
I'm pretty sure none of these cookies are diabetic friendly. Let me look at the ingredients.
Okay, well, you know
I'm
what?
sure at some point they had made diabetic and gluten free and
there should
whole
be.
wheat.
Yeah.
Enriched. And what is in here? They have saturated fat in these cookies. enriched flour, sugar, vegetable shortening, cornstarch.
I mean, it's no wonder that 60% of your population is obese if you have little children running around sending you.
No,
Spreading
I blame
the disease.
McDonald's and fast food.
No, I
Not
blame
cookies.
your inability for self-control and
Yeah,
any
like-
respect for yourself.
I'm
I mean,
not fat.
Can
We have
you believe
McDonald's and
this?
fast food
People
stores
are
on
killed
every
because
corner.
they find knives lying around. That's terrible. We should sue the knives company because
No, did you? Have you?
No,
I
no,
saw a video.
I blame the horrible work system you have where you work from 9 to 5. Like, what stupid ass system is that?
I don't work
Like-
9 to 5.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the American standard job system is 9 to 5. Like, I start my job at 7:30 and I'm home by 4, which means I have plenty of time to make dinner and eat it.
Actually,
then-
I don't think a lot of people work 9 to 5. Even when I had my morning job at the bank, that was like an 8 to 4. Or I worked like 11 to 6 at night. There's not really a 9 to 5. You have to get everywhere by
that'll be like
8.
the office work. I mean, if you're a waitress, you have different times because you're
No,
not
I was
gonna-
looking at the bank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Bang.
the bank doesn't really, it closes at like, what,
Yeah,
7?
I mean, the bank opens at 10 and closes at 10:30.
The
so,
bank
I mean,
opens
you have, like,
at
that window to go
8:30
in.
or 9 in the morning, okay? And it closes at like, well, now it's different.
It's
It
just
closes at like
preparation
5
for
or
that
6.
30-minute window. You can
Yeah,
do
exactly.
things.
So you can't have work from 9 to 5. But it's I mean, it's either that or Americans are just bloody lazy. Because if Europeans can come home and cook themselves dinner every day,
actually,
then
no. The problem is not that we're lazy. It's that actually we work too much. And we don't get paid enough for it. Like people don't take vacation days. They work like 40 plus hours a week, and then come home and die from being too angry, like in The Sims.
Well, I mean, I work 40 plus day weeks, and I'm not paid overtime.
Not a lot of us get paid overtime either. It's just different. Like, I don't know. I mean, America's kind of fucked up. Like, if you compare like the average pay that we get and the average amount of vacation days that we get to other countries, it's like, and then you're so pressured from your job that you don't even take the vacation days that you do have. You just work straight through, or they expect you to come in to work while you're still on vacation. Like, oh, you're on vacation? I don't care. We need you to come in. You're like, fucking A. Son of a
thing here is, every year I have to take, I have the ability to take 32 vacation days. And that doesn't count in sick days. Like, I can have 2 months of sick leave for medical reasons and then still take a month's vacation on top of that. But I also, because am not allowed to be paid overtime, I also get days off because of overtime.
Right. Yeah, they do compensate.
The
US is quite, work.
Yeah, they're weird.
No, workaholic. They make you work. Like
at restaurants, you don't get vacation days, period, and you don't get sick days, period. When I worked at the bank, we got 2 weeks of vacation for the entire year, and that only increased if you worked there for over 6 years by 1 week, or if you were a manager and you somehow got like a month off.
It's funny to put it that way. Like, you can work an entire year, and we give you a couple of weeks so you can chill and have your life.
It's funny because that then affects the health of the workers, but then constantly complain about how the healthcare system is ineffective. And just, well, yes, you're literally working them to death.
Time is money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where did the time is money came from?
America. Because they're so bloody capitalist that they don't give a shit.
Oh, they're the home of it.
I want to run for president one day, but I feel like I'll get assassinated.
It's funny because the American system is all for money, nothing for the worker. So anything that would benefit the worker is considered socialist or communist.
That's evil.
Yeah, and it's evil.
It's evil. It's portrayed as evil. It's pretty funny. Because, I mean, they make all these movies and like, the communists want to kill all good citizens of America. You know, like, why? What?
Communism,
it's not about killing people, by the way. You guys didn't figure it out by now.
It's a trick. We're tricking you.
It's incredible.
You are now entering the Twilight
America
Zone.
Came worse off the recession.
Oh, what happened with Jan?
Of paying
people. I don't know what Jan said. It was like, good luck,
say it again.
Oh, I said America came worse off in the recession than Europe did, but we invest more money in our people. So it's and have a more American way. We have more of a socialist.
If you invest more money, you'll get more buses.
More socialist than the US.
So, yeah, America is just stupid and should just not be a country ever.
Oh, no one even cared about my comment.
And
you
no
didn't
more
laugh.
hate will ever come into SimNation for that.
No one even laughed at my comment.
America.
What?
I said, if you put more money into it, you'll get more buses. No one cared.
All right. Well, you know what? That is all the time we have. We are
Bye.
So yeah, bye. But yeah, no.
Get out of here.
That was a pretty filled up episode. We have news. We have mods. We have technical
real
issues
world
of many
discussion.
kinds. Real world
we
discussions.
had Frozen Jan.
We have Frozen Jan.
We had no Jan.
No Jan. And we had Dracula Fallon, but you'll see it on the replay. So yeah, that was all for this week. That was Fallon right there, the semi-orange girl. Okay, peach girl. Yeah, and the missing Jan. And
Wait, which way am I pointing?
Well, you should be pointing to your right. Okay, your left. And I'm gonna be pointing to that way. Yeah, that is Jan right there. And I was Paulo, and we will see you next time. Oh, this is the most satisfying thing ever. We are God in SimCity 4. Wow, that was loud. Oh, you're gonna eat that, huh? You're gonna eat it. I see. What? Nothing. Okay.
And now she is tossing that salad with her. Stop sticking your finger in your ear. All right, she's tossing the salad with her earwax.
Welcome.
You need to have them both coming out of your nose like this.
I can't. I just can't. Oh yeah. These road trips, man, are killing me. Anyway, let me know whenever we are recording. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Extended Play. I'm your host. This is Stuart, and that is a fancy sign. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.